Hi guys, I am Brianne and this is actually my very first YouTube video. I have been wanting to do YouTube videos for quite some time now, but I've always been kind of scared to do it. I think it's because I get embarrassed really easy. But I thought, hey, why not give it a whirl? It's finally time to start doing these. So this being my first video, this is gonna be a very simple short video since I don't know what I'm doing, so you guys just bear with me. I do have a cold, so sorry my voice doesn't sound too great, and I'm still working on like lighting where I'm gonna shoot, all those things. So I am working on that, so sorry if there are any weird things happening. Also, if you hear any little noises, my son is in his little swing right here next to us. He wouldn't go down for a nap, so he might make some silly little sounds that we'll hear. But with this being my first video, I thought I would do something really simple and just talk about eyebrows. Eyebrows and filling in your eyebrows can make a huge difference to your face. In fact, I will show you what I look like without my eyebrows drawn in. So yeah. You can tell that if I don't have my eyebrows drawn in, you can't really see them. I have really naturally blonde hair. So if they're not filled in any way, it almost looks like I don't have eyebrows. Eyebrows are really like the frame of the face, they say. So it's really great to fill them in. Even if you are really blonde and you're like, oh, I have super blonde hair, I don't really need to fill them in. It does make a difference to use a little bit of, brow powder or a pencil to fill those in. I like to use the Anastasia of Beverly Hills Brow Wiz pencil. It's super fine on the tip. I'm not sure if you're going to be able to see that, but it's super fine, so you have great control as to where you're drawing on your brows. And then there's a spoolie on the other end, which is good to kind of either use it to like brush up your brows as you're drawing the bottom line, so you can see where that should go clearly. And then you can brush them the top or the hairs down to draw the top of the line. Or what I will do sometimes is once I've drawn on my brow, I will use the spoolie to kind of just like brush the front part of my brow to soften it so it looks a little more natural and not so harsh or drawn in. I normally use the caramel and the auburn brow pencil, but I ran out of the caramel. So this is just the auburn brow pencil. So this isn't quite normally what my brows look like. But I think it looks just fine with just the auburn. It's just a little more red than normal. So yeah, as far as what products to use, I would highly recommend the Brow Wiz pencil. She also has really great powders. So this is the Ash Blonde Taupe, and as you can see, there is a light and a dark. So that's really great because you can use the darker color on like the outside of your brow and then use the lighter color towards the inside to make it look a little bit more natural or a little softer if you're worried about that. She also has a gel, well, it's a pomade, they call it. So think of kind of like gel eyeliner for your brows. It's waterproof. And it's colored, it's tinted, and it will hold your brows in place really well. So you would just use a a brush and draw that on. I like it, but the more you use it, the more I notice the top layer kind of gets chunky, like nubby. So as you're using it, you tend to get a little extra product than you might want to use. So that can be a bit of a hard thing to figure out how to use. If you haven't yet bought any products and you're wanting to try to use eyeshadows, you could totally do that. Find like a matte eyeshadow that's about the same darkness as your hair, or even a shade or two darker works just fine. My baby's babbling over there, so sorry. Little baby babbles. But yeah, use a matte eyeshadow, and you would still want to get the eyebrow pencil. It helps if it has that kind of angled edge. That really helps to get precise when you're drawing them on. And if you're worried about your brows looking too harsh, you could always either use a softer hand when you're doing it more towards the front of the brow, or you could use a lighter color, Or like I said before, use the spoolie to kind of just brush through the front, and that will lighten it for you so you don't have like a harsh, you know, line right there. And that will look much more natural. If you're worried about the shaping of your brows, generally the safest thing to do is to use the natural shape of your brows and just kind of clean up any of the little extra hairs, the stray hairs around it. If you're really nervous about doing that yourself, you could go somewhere to have it done. I highly recommend that Anastasia of Beverly Hills in your local Nordstrom's. They'll shape them for you for your face shape, and they have these stencils basically that you would purchase that has the shape that they used for you. So you can use that to kind of just help you to make sure that you don't over pluck. And it keeps the shape correct for your face. Also, if you are worried about over plucking or over waxing, drawing on your brows first, either with those stencils or with these products, and then plucking afterwards, because then you know not to go, you know, past this bottom line or past this top line if you're plucking any of the strays up top. That really keeps you from over plucking, which is really, really helpful. Yeah, that's really all I have right now. I'm sorry it's not a super in-depth anything. Those are just kind of helpful tips. Riker. He's wanting to be on the video too, I guess. Anyways, if you have any questions, let me know. If you want to see a tutorial, thumbs up this video, subscribe. I'm going to try to have a lot of really fun makeup and hair tutorials for you. But other than that, thank you so much for watching and have a good day. Bye.